Hey guys, what's up? It is a beautiful autumn day today and we're taking a look at the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider Italia today. This is one of only 108 pieces in the entire world and only 2 in Switzerland. So this car is super special, and as you can already tell in the beautiful color scheme Misano blue, this thing looks just gorgeous. We're going to take it out for a spin today and I am really excited, so let's go. Alright, I just drove the first few hundred meters and of course we want to take the roof down. And this is the next thing we're going to do before taking it for a proper spin. Alright, to get the top off, we first release these straps here inside the car. The next step is to release the 2 buttons in the center of the car on the top. And of course the other side as well. And then just roll the top off. Alright, so now that the top is off, it is time to take the Alfa 4C Spider Italia for a first drive. Okay, so let's fire it up. Release the handbrake. Put the first gear in, we have the button here for the first gear, and then we're good to go. So we have an exhaust system from Akrapovic. The exhaust system comes stock with this car. This is why this sounds so beastly. And of course we're getting the car to its temperature first before properly driving it. But so far this is insane. Okay, so we close the valves for a second to be able to talk with you, because this car is so loud. And together with the open top experience, this is just ridiculous. Some bumpy roads here. So first thing to notice, the suspension is super hard. You feel every little stone on the street, and the car has no power steering. So it is super direct and also really hard to make turns. But of course, as a driver's car, this makes it really cool. So why is this car so special? I've always wanted to drive a 4C since the day it was released, mainly because this car is so light. We have less than 1,000 kilograms and we have 240 horsepower. This means we have less than 4 kilograms per horsepower, which is just incredible. So we have a 6-speed dual clutch transmission with this car, which in my opinion is quite quick. We have a quick tunnel here. Well, I've driven quite a few cars so far, but this car is unlike any other. The seating position is incredibly low. It's kind of a go-kart actually. You're sitting on the street basically with no power steering. It is so direct to drive. And of course the beautiful exhaust notes coming just from your back. We have the engine sitting just behind me, making this car an absolute monster. So the car finally is on temperature, which means we are going to change the driving mode. We have 3 driving modes. We have the N driving mode, which is the one we're driving in right now. We have the valves closed. The car is more or less normal to drive, if that is even an option for this car. And then if we head into D mode, you can instantly hear how loud the exhaust gets. And of course you're able to drive just with the pedals now. Alright, we now have a part which allows us to give it a first little go here. First gear, super low, the car is so low. Alright, so in first gear now. Alright, so we have 350 Newton meters of torque, and from 0 to 100 this car runs in 4.5 seconds with the launch control, of course. We're not going to use the launch control now, but I really do want to try the 0 to 100 acceleration, because I'm not sure if it comes on camera, but the way this car pulls, it's super direct on the gas actually, and for a turbocharged car this is really, really cool. We have a 430 Scuderia here on the right as well, which is nice. Okay, so we're in second gear now with this incredible noise. Second gear now. Let's try the acceleration wheel real quick. First gear, simply kick down. Already. Okay, so another thing I noticed while driving with the closed valves, can you hear these turbo noises? I'm not sure if it comes on camera, but listen. I am really just experiencing this car by driving, because this is just what it's for. This is not the best daily driver, to be honest, but this is just the perfect fun toy car. You're able to drive up mountain passes, racetracks. So what are my thoughts on this car so far? It is just incredible. It's loud, it's brutal, it's direct. The price is quite high, around 90,000 Swiss francs. Of course, all units are already sold out. We have 2 in Switzerland. One of them is the one I'm driving right now. How sick is this? And again, the turbo noises. Alright, so we're letting the car cool down for a second, and then we're going to take you around the interior and the exterior details and what makes the Italia this special. Alright, now giving you a brief look at the exterior of the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider Italia. The color scheme, as I already mentioned, Misano blue. This is the color scheme for the edition. Then we have these 5-hole rims here on the side, and we have the yellow brake calipers. This is a unique feature for the Italia only, and it matches with the yellow stitching on the interior of the car, which we're going to take a look on in a second. Then the bodywork of the car, we have these sharp lines here going to the left and to the right, centering with the Alfa Romeo badge here in the front. We of course have carbon fiber around the car. Basically everything. This is a carbon fiber monocoque as well. This is why we have quite a lot carbon fiber around. Then heading to the back, we have the, I would say, almost monstrous rear of the 4C, which looks really wide. We have the Akrapovic exhaust here in the center, framed in carbon fiber as well. It's a titanium dual part exhaust. Then taking you inside the 4C Spider Italia, opening it. Then, as you can tell, super low. The side sills here are quite wide. It's quite high to get in. We have these leather parts here on the side with the yellow stitching I mentioned, matching the brake calipers of the 4C. We have these yellow stitching parts all over the car, the floor mats. We even have the Alfa Romeo badge stitched in the yellow as well, matching the car. One of the things I really appreciate is that we have the dashboard in leather, which looks incredibly nice. We have the 4C Italia lettering here as well. And of course we have the badge here that this is a 1 of 108 pieces car. This is number 38. Super cool. Just a small radio which you don't even need to use at all because of the beautiful sound environment this exhaust makes. The classic things here for climate and everything. This is a little bit special. We have the first gear here and then you're able to drive. We have reverse here, neutral. And then these driving modes, as I mentioned, we have the auto, neutral, and of course the sport driving. To start the car, you need to turn the key. Let's fire it up real quick. Just turn it. It needs a second. And then you have it firing up. We have the fuel capacity on the right, we have the temperature on the left, and we have the rev counter big in the center. So we have the engine in the rear, but we still don't have a trunk in the front, which is mostly usual. Main reason to save weight, of course, but we do have a small trunk, which you can open with this one here. Heading to the back, and then opening the trunk here. Just some smaller space here to get a luggage and of course your roof in, and then we have the engine just over there. Alright guys, that is basically it for today's review with the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider Italia. What a beautiful and brilliant car. This is just elegance, brutalness, sportness. This car has everything you need for a perfect Sunday driver's car. Massive thanks to the owner for giving me the opportunity to film this car here for you. This is one of only 108 pieces in the world, which means that the value will probably increase over the next few years. This car is probably owned by quite a few collectors around the world because of its low numbers and of course being the last 4C series. They stopped the production. This is the final series. So cool that the owner takes this car out regularly for a weekend drive, almost every weekend. This is just incredible. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like or a comment. Let me know what you think about the 4C Italia Spider. And I'll see you soon, guys.